positions because I might need to get Zerglings out sooner.
That's fine. I was going to say something to that same effect. Normally I'll go 16 pool, but I'll go 15 in close positions. If you normally go 15 pool and you want to go 14 in close positions, I'm fine with that. And we're actually going to hold off on gas until a little later.
Okie dokie.
17 is your overlord timing.
Sorry, you said 17 is my overlord timing?
Yep.
Got it. Whoops.
You have an overlord moving right into the back of the space, which is beautiful. Your pool's done. Transfer drones to your natural. Let's start a couple lings. You started your queen in your main, which is okay for the time being, but in the future you always want your first queen to start in your natural because it serves as a body between his early game aggression and you losing the game.
Am I droning right now? Is that what I'm doing?
Well, after you get a couple lings out and decide that you're safe. Now, 21 supply, well, between 21 and 25 supplies is when we gas, so get gas. And a queen in your natural as well. And
Do I drop the spine crawler?
did he 2 racks?
He did 2 racks, but he might be doing... I mean, I haven't seen him show any
Well,
marines.
if you feel safe, then don't. If you feel like you might benefit from that spine crawler, then do. You know, this is, I mean, it's very straightforward stuff. If you feel like you're under the gun, then yeah, that spine's going to help. In close positions, if you start a spine when he pushes, then it's probably not going to finish before he gets there. So maybe it would be prudent to just have it. But either way.
That was bad.
That was bad. There are 2 marines outside your natural, and your queen is attacking your hatchery. Viciously, I might add.
Yeah.
So pull her back. She'll die off creep. Your lings that are about to pop will be fine. I love this 3rd queen. That's a benefit of this build. You can make extra stuff because you're going to have a lot of minerals. Send those lings into the marines, deal with that. Start your layer, go up to 4 gas, and start 2 evolution chambers. And get those lings right back at his front. Now, I would definitely advise taking a peek with your overlord around this time.
It's patrolling somebody. If you see a patrolling marine, do you do that anyway?
Yeah. I just go ahead and I'll start a replacement overlord for it because I'm counting on it dying. But you got to take a look. You got to see what's coming. And you should still be droning in this time. Mine all those extra gases. Like immediately. You should have 2 overlords building, not just 1, because obviously you're going to lose that guy.
Am I getting upgrades with this gas, or am I waiting for infestation?
You're getting upgrades. +1 carapace, +1 melee. And you have to mine that gas instantly. You would have had a little bit extra, and you'd be able to start your infestation pit right now had you started mining immediately.
Got it.
So now you can start your infestation pit. You see that he's doing what looks pretty much identical to what he did previously, right?
Yes.
The exact same wall in. It was the exact same open. You didn't actually see any factories with your overlord, did you? No.
I did not.
But this looks identical to what we just saw. So I would be feeling like he's probably doing the same thing. And I think if I were you, I would actually make 1 more round of drones, and then I would kind of kick it into army gear. So double overlord as well. And you got them good. Awesome, fantastic. Start your infestor energy upgrade immediately. And this round of drones that just popped out puts you at 47 drones, so you should be feeling very comfortable. I don't like that you have overlords in front of your natural. They will die if he pushes. I do like that you have vision of the front of his natural, because then if he pushes, you will know about it.
And am I pumping lings and infestors now?
Only lings for now, until your infestor energy gets to, well, you can make infestors now. So I want you to make 4 infestors and the rest zerglings, and go expand. And notice how your money goes right down, right where you want it. Spends up all your gas. Your +2 will be ready to start soon. That's what this next bit of gas is going to be for. And you're expanding over to 3 o'clock main, which is fine. Your creep spread looks okay, not bad at all. Start neural parasite. And +2, +2. Still making links.
Hey, I don't have link speed. I should be getting that.
That's pretty
When should I have
important.
gotten that?
With your first 100 gas. First 100 gas is link speed, second 100 gas is layer. And that's a big oversight, but you're actually still going to be okay, in my opinion. Now, remember, last time when he pushed, you just died.
Yes.
So we still want to meet him before he's sieged up in our natural. So make sure your army's in a position and your hotkeys are set. Infestors always want to be behind Zerglings. You're making overlords 2 at a time, or 3 at a time at this point in the game. And you have a lot of extra money, so you could maybe even put down a macro hatchery. You want to start your +2 melee. And you can also start your hive. This is going to feel like a very fast hive, but it is in fact quite normal in this build. Now when he pushes, you want to fungal the Marines. It's very simple.
Do I want more infestors, or do I just want links?
4 or 5 is enough for now. I would be spending everything else on Zerglings. And drones, actually. Because you should feel kind of like, you should feel like your army is kind of big enough at this point.
Okay.
And now you can return to droning. You want to saturate that next base, and there you see his army on your creep. You can actually fungal those Marines from the high ground if you're smart about it. Make sure that your lings are always a buffer between your infestors and his army. Fungal. Beautiful. One more fungal and everything dies. Now pull back with the infestors. Pull the infestors back. Don't lose the infestors.
Oh, no.
Not the
Come on.
The lings are supposed to stay fighting. That's why I have them on separate hotkeys. So go clean that shit up. Come on. You have +1 carapace. You're fine. I promise. I wouldn't lie to you. And now you should be thinking to yourself, man, upgraded Zerglings are pretty sweet. As you're continuing to crank out as many more as you can, and you're replacing the 3 infestors that you lost. Now that push did not seem as bad as the last one, did it?
It did not.
Your hive is done.
But I still do not feel very safe.
Well, you would feel a lot safer if you hadn't lost, like, carelessly the units that you did lose. But I promise you, go up and fucking kill that army. You can. Fungal the Hellions. So they can't kite. You gotta hit the fungal. There it is. And now you can kill the Marines with just infestors. And you're totally set. So at this point, your hive is done. You want your adrenal glands. You want 3/3. You want your ultralisk cavern. You want to be saturating your 3rd base and taking a 4th and even a 5th. You just killed his entire army. You should feel like you are 1.5 miles ahead.
Got it.
All right. And this is actually a time in the game where you could start to get a little bit aggressive.
With okay.
You don't feel that way?
I don't know how to attack with just lings and infestors.
Okay, well, you go find his army, you fungal it, and then you kill it. But you got to fungal it first. And looky there, you just killed it again. So, and as this is happening, you're reinforcing with the Zerglings. You're keeping up with your injections. Your queen is injecting your 3rd. I love that you took that gold base. That is awesome. Your 3/3 has begun. You want to start your ultralisk armor, and you're still making lots of lings. And there's his army. Don't lose these infestors. They are very important. And get everything kind of consolidated. You can actually use neural parasite on these siege tanks if you have the energy for it. You have.
What is the hot E? Is the
E
hot
is the hotkey for that.
parasite.
And the way that'll work is you'll just kind of attack move with your lings and neural.
Whoa.
That was actually I think you could have engaged there, but now that you've sort of pulled back and taken extra damage, I would wait until your next round of units. Keep injecting. Injections are important. You can actually, you could be making ultras right now, but your economy's not really ready for them. And you're letting him do the thing that we said not to do.
Well, after these lings pop, I think I'm going to go attack.
I think that
Does
would be
sound
prudent.
good?
You want to neural parasite the tanks. Alright, so
okay.
you have Lings in your natural that need to come deal with those tanks that are about to do whatever the shit is, because you're going to lose them. Come on, Zerglings. Alright. I would be making Ultralisks right now. And the only reason that you're not rolling over him with a maxed army is because you haven't made enough drones. We're at 55 drones. You know there are 4 tanks on your high ground, and you should feel like you can easily kill them.
So I should feel like I could kill them with, I have, what, 14 links?
Yeah.
Alright.
Infestors don't. You're still making lots and lots of units. You're putting a queen at your gold base. Pretty good when they're upgraded. Go kill those tanks, dude. You're showing the Terran army way too much respect. Ultras aren't going to do anything to those Banshees. I promise.
That is true. What should I do about the Banshees?
Well, at this point in the game, there's really nothing. But you need to ask yourself, how the fuck can he afford that tech switch off your base? What do you think the answer to that question is?
The answer is he's probably got a couple expansions. I see one down on the bottom now.
Yep. So there you go. So we're in trouble, and it looks like we actually might lose this game with these Banshees just raffle stomping everything. But I mean, let's look at a couple things. We have a lot of money, and we let Terran expand freely. All right. Do you feel like you had map control for the majority of this game? Because if your answer is anything less than no, I'm going to tell you that it's been wrong. After that first fight, you had map control for the rest of the game.
So I basically felt like my army was piddly the entire game, I guess. Does that make sense? That probably might not have been accurate, but I felt like I had 10 Lings and 3 Infestors, and that's not really an army that can do a lot, I guess.
Okay, well, I can understand you're feeling that way, and you had a couple of bad engagements that sort of maybe led to that. But I promise you, the entire time, your army was bigger than his, because every time y'all fought, you won. Did you at least get that feeling?
Sure. Can we look at the replay then, actually?
Yeah, totally. Just pull it up and get it on 000 while I thank Randy for the games.
Yes, thank you, Randy, for the games. You are a gentleman and a scholar. I'm bringing up the replay right now.
Cool. Just get it paused on 000 and let me know when you're ready.
Okay, I'm paused on 0. Oh, wait, no, I'm not. I'm paused on 000
right,
and ready to go.
We're going to hit play in 3, 2, 1, play. Are you on times 4?
No, I'm not.
Fuck, I totally neglected that part. Alright, I'm going to pause at 1 minute.
Okay, I will get to 1 minute and pause as well.
I'm at 101, and when you get to 1 minute and pause, put it on times 4 for me, and we will start again.
Okay, ready to go?
Alright, 3, 2, 1, go.
Got it.
Now, your early game was brilliant. Everything went exactly the way we wanted. We droned appropriately. We had 2 very well saturated bases, and we were in a fantastic position to enter the mid game. There's really no debating any of this. He went for his little 2-racks build. He didn't really bring any early pressure, which is totally fine. He went right into an expansion. That was totally fine as well. Ours came up sooner. Randy says you got to watch your drone more, which would be a little bit nitpicky given what we're talking about here today, being a little bit more broad. I could pick on you for the